Welcome back to our series on Don't Panic, Simple Holiday Ideas. You know, sometimes we get really focused on purchasing brand new things or that extra special brand new something that we forget about all of the beautiful secondhand things, used things that are still great, that have some type of a meaning to us, that are special that we could pass along. I'm Mindy Turner with the Curry County Cooperative Extension Service, your family and consumer science agent. Today we're going to talk about how to secondhand gift the right way. It's not tacky like some people might think. I have a lot of things that have been passed down through my family that I absolutely love, that mean more to me than any brand new item ever would. So those are the kind of things we need to consider as we go into the holiday season, and not just for Christmas or whatever holiday it is that you're celebrating right now this time of year, but birthdays, other special celebrations. Think about those anniversaries. If you have someone getting married in the family, are there things, heirlooms, that you might want to pass along? So think about not just what you have on hand, which is a great way to declutter some of your stuff, also a great way to save some money. Doesn't have to be an ultra expensive out there kind of gift, but also things that you can pick up in secondhand stores, just going to the thrift store, things that you come across at garage sales, maybe even those online auctions. What are the things that you want to look for? So what do we need to consider when we talk about secondhand gifting? First of all, have a list. Who do I need to buy for? What kind of things am I looking for? Now, you may still come across some really fun stuff that you didn't plan on. That's great. That's that side benefit for what you're looking for. But think about how you can match a gift to the recipient. For example, I mentioned we have a lot of things that have passed down through our family, but we also have a lot of collectors in my family. So one of the things, my mom collects teapots. We're going to talk about the teapot more here in a minute. But so I'm always on the lookout for cute, unique, different teapots that you might come across. I, being a 4-H'er for most of my lifetime, and is what I do for a living, collect a lot of things that are 4-leaf clovers. So I look for, and I have a lot of friends in the 4-H area who look for different types of clover. So you can see this is a nut dish that is actually shaped like the clover with the gold edging. So it's something unique, something different, but it goes along with the items that I collect and have. So think about who those people are. Books are another wonderful thing that you can come across when you're out shopping. Secondhand bookstores have phenomenal things. Used books, a lot of times, they'll have a cheaper price. You can go through and find some really nice stuff. My youngest son loves Sherlock Holmes, my husband as well, but he's passed that down. And so we came across these at the thrift store for a couple bucks a piece, nice leather bound volumes of Sherlock Holmes. Includes several stories. We actually have few of these that go along with that set. Also, especially when we talk about kids' books, but even as adults, a lot of things we read may be in a series. There's a series of books and we're looking for that one that we're missing somewhere there in the middle. So this is a great way. Check out the books at the thrift store. Go through that box at the garage sale that's stacked up and see what you can come across. These are puppy place books. Again, my son has been collecting these forever. Read them all when he was little, as he was just getting ready and starting to read. And so you can always come across bits and pieces of things like that that you can share with someone. Okay, comic books are another thing to stay on the lookout. Some of these can get really expensive depending on where you find them and what they are, but you can also pick them up here and there for a few coins. So that's not a bad thing either. Think about who those recipients are, what type of things they'd like to have. Okay, so we also talk about maybe starting early. We're kind of late in the year now to start for Christmas. But after Christmas this year, you may start coming across things that you want to put up and save for next year. If you have the storage space and the funds to do that, it's an excellent way to get started. Or again, put it aside for that birthday that may be coming up in February or March. Look for your best shops. Find the ones that you like that consistently have new stuff, clean stuff, things that are well taken care of. And then, of course, like I mentioned, think about what do you already have? Do you have that something at home that would mean or be a wonderful gift for someone else? Maybe there's that handbag that your friend always comments on that they really like, or a piece of jewelry that belonged to someone else in your family that you want to pass along to a daughter-in-law. So those are kind of things to consider. Okay, games and puzzles are also always excellent choices. Sometimes hard to tell if a puzzle has all the pieces, so you might take it home and put it together. For some reason it doesn't have all the pieces, there's some great crafts you can do with puzzle pieces, or you can always donate it back. Typically it's not going to be something that was outrageously expensive. Games, same thing. Look for games that you can replace the pieces in, or that have all of the pieces currently in them, so that it's something easy to take and use. Sports equipment is a great thing to look for. Quality toys that are clean again and not broken, or that has something that maybe was easily fixed, that you can make an adjustment and kind of upcycle that. So speaking of upcycling, there's a lot of things we can pick up, or again that we have at home, we can make it new again with just a few little tweaks. So one of the things you can do, an old photo frame can become a tray, a decorative item. You can take this and make it where it's, this is just a frame piece of scrapbook paper. If you add a dry erase marker, now you can make a grocery list, you can make the menu for the week, something cute to hang in the kitchen. If you wanted to make it into a tray, we're gonna remove the stand from the back. This popped right off. Okay, we framed a piece of coordinating paper. You can also put a little design. You can put a family photo, something else you want to share. And then these are just cabinet handles. They're just drawer pulls that you would add to the side. Now this is a plastic frame, so I'm going to want to find probably like some ES6000 or epoxy of some kind to attach these so that they'll stay. On a wood frame, of course, you could just go ahead and screw those right down. Then you have a cute tray that you could use for serving. Someone could set teapots and teacups on it. You could set it in the bathroom with makeup and other personal hygiene kind of items on it for something cute and decorative. Okay, so I mentioned teapots earlier. So one of the cute things that you can do to kind of upcycle a teapot and give it back a purpose. Most of us are not going to take a teapot like this and actually make tea or serve tea from it. So one of the things we can do, super cute idea, is make it into a sewing kit. So we're gonna take a teapot. This one I actually had to look really hard to find one that still had the lid. There's a way to adapt that I'll share here in just a second. Some of your basic sewing items, like here's just a measuring tape and a seam ripper and some thread. We're gonna put all of that just right down into our pot. Some pins, needles, things that we might need. And then we're gonna take the lid, and we're actually gonna turn it into our pin cushion. Super simple idea. I'm just using kind of a neutral piece of fabric because I didn't have pink or green that matched. This is just batting inside of mine. Whatever you use, you can use foam, you can use styrofoam, whatever you use to fill your piece to make your pin cushion, you just wanna be sure that it's dense enough, tight enough to hold the pins. Okay, so because you want them to stay when you stick them in there. So for this, we just pulled that piece of material up around our batting, secured it with a zip tie, because that made it easy for me to hold on to. We're gonna take it, we're just gonna pop it right down here in the lid. It fits pretty good, but I wanna secure it with just a little bit of hot glue so that it will stay. Okay, and that's gonna be my pin cushion to go along with my sewing kit. So then I can display it with the lid up, or I can turn it and pop the lid back on it. Looks still like a teapot sitting on the shelf, but pull it out and there's all my sewing gear. Another handy dandy thing you can add, this is the Emery Bag. If you don't know what an Emery Bag is, a lot of times you'll see your pin cushions with the little bag on the side that's really hard. You know, feels kind of like grain or something is in there. The purpose of this is to sharpen your needles. So you would take your needles and just poke them in there 2 or 3 times to get them a sharp edge. So what are you gonna put in here that's gonna sharpen your needle? This is steel wool. Just like you have under the sink. You don't want the kind that has the soap in it. You want just the plain. I will tell you when you go to cut this, don't use your fabric scissors, but when you do go to cut this, these little pieces may go kind of everywhere, so cut it over the top of something where you're going to be able to pick it up and clean that off, because you don't want your little shavings everywhere. But again, you're going to want to wad it up tight, kind of get it the right size. This spout was kind of small, but I did get it little enough. Again, I secured it with a small zip tie. I'm going to stick that fabric that I cut to fit. I kind of had to angle it a little to get it in there, to go there on the edge. Again, I'm going to secure it with a little hot glue just so when I go to move it around or do something with it, it doesn't pop out. And now I've turned my teapot into a sewing kit. Okay, you can also take vintage jewelry, make all kinds of art, frame things out, take a really cool frame and put a vintage family photo in it that you can share with other family members. All kinds of great things. Maybe you found some really beautiful table linens or kitchen towels, cup towels, something that you want to use, and you can add some monograms to those to personalize it and have something really unique and special. And it doesn't have to be brand new off the shelf. Again, I'm Mindy Turner with the Curry County Cooperative Extension Service. This is the third installment of Don't Panic, Simple Holiday Solutions, ideas you can use, hopefully to take a little stress out of your holiday season. If you'd like to be included in our newsletter, you can go to our website, curryextension.nmsu.edu, click on Family Health and Wellness Request Newsletter, and you can request that hard copy in the mail or over email. You can also get a hold of us, 575-763-6505. We're here, glad to answer your questions. Thank you for tuning in today. I will see you back here next time.